Hey, Tom here, FlipAnythingUSA, getting ready to go live here in about 15 minutes. Live webinar. Be sure to get in. Go to FlipAnythingUSA.com/webinar and come in and join. You can be talking to me directly, face to face. So one of the things I'm going to get into here is I'm going to kind of take you back to where I started when I was 19 years old. And basically, I bought up this neighborhood of industrial commercial property, and I jumped over about, 15 minutes away and bought up another area, and then bought up some area out in the desert. And I just, I started with nothing. I was 19. I had no credit. It was just by the blessing of getting a 6-month escrow, I was able to move into a building without having to put out more than maybe, $500 or $1,000. And within 6 months, 6 months later, I was able to save the down payment that I needed. And that is what got my start. That's what really got me going. So look, if you just got here, hit that subscribe button. But more importantly, get in the webinar. You can get in the webinar in like 15 minutes. We're going to start in like 15 minutes. Go to FlipAnythingUSA.com/webinar. The links, I think, are below here. And get in. This is your chance. You're watching YouTube right now. Jump in on a Zoom. It's super simple to do. And you have your cameras on and your mics off. And I will be calling it. I'll talk to each and every one of you after the end of the webinar. If you want me to talk to you about whatever particular problem you might have going, or some problem solving, I'm happy to help you do that. That's what I do all the time. That's what I am. I'm a mentor. There's so many guys out there that profess to have done so many deals and they don't have any money to show for it. There's a thing that's called those that can't do, teach. Okay. Now that's not my case. I've been doing for 40-something years, and only now have I decided to teach. And boy, is it really paying off for the people that are in my mentorship. And it started with my book. If you haven't seen my book, there's my book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. It's been a bestseller on Amazon, Audible, and Kindle. And it's because it's real. That's why. That's the difference. You can't fake the really authenticity. There's some people that kind of fake stuff. There's people that can kind of copy other people's stuff and throw it out there. But what they can't back it up with is experience. When you have a problem on a computer, when you got customer support and it ain't worth a shit, it's because they don't know how. They're looking up the problems as they go. But a guy that really knows the program, he just goes, do this. Well, that's me in real estate. And that's why my students have prospered so quickly, so fast. I've got students that have made $1 million, $1 million cash, realized green cash dollars in less than 18 months, probably even less than a year. But I don't like to exaggerate. If anything, I like to, under-promise and over-deliver. But I've got guys 34, 40, 50 years old that have become millionaires in my class in a relatively short time. Others that have made, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. Real estate agents. That's why I say, I don't care if you've been doing real estate for 30 years. I guarantee you'll learn something. I've been a very assertive investor for 42 years. There's not many people that can boast to have the kind of experience that I have at such a young age. At such a young age of 61. I'm 61 years old, but I've been doing it since I was 19 years old. That is a long time. And I'm still young enough that I can express exactly what you need to do, and that's the big plus. So hang in there, and I'm going to be right back, and we'll get into it a little more. You want to learn how to make millions of dollars in real estate? I've made tens of millions over my lifetime, and I'm showing people how to do it. Get in my free webinar. I have it every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. All right, so. Look, anybody watching here, we're going to go live here in a bit, but if anybody's got a quick question, anybody, just let me know. And I already got the link here in the chat if you want to get in. What are your goals? What do you think you want to do? Or are some of you looking for your first home? Or some of you looking to, a lot of people think, I want to do a house hack, or I want, they got all these crazy names for stuff. Wholesaling. I've never used the term wholesaling in my life. I did what we called assignments. I would find deals that I would find deals. That was the main thing. Money comes. Finding the money is easy. I would find the property deals and then I would worry about the money. Finding a deal is the hardest thing to do. And that's what I teach you how to do, is find the deal. And once you find the deal, getting the money, that's the easy thing to do. And people say, oh, gee, but I don't want to pay, hard money. I don't want to pay, 10% or 15%. That's peanuts. If you get a deal, if you get something for, $100,000 that's worth $200,000 or $300,000, paying 15% is nothing. Worse is getting a partner and giving up half. That's what I did in the beginning. I'd have to get a partner, and I'd say, hey, let's buy this, and they'd say, sure, and they'd buy it, and then when we close the deal, they'd still want it, and because it'd still be a deal, even paying me half the profit. Then they'd they'd pay me my half of the profit. I'd move on, and now maybe I'd have $6,000 or $7,500 or $10,000 or $12,000. And the first 4 or 5 deals, I had to have a partner. The very first deal, I had no partner. I bought that all by myself. But the way I did that, and I'll show you guys. Some of you guys probably seen this so many times already. So look, this is on Google Earth. This is the first property I ever bought, right here. Little green patch of grass here. So look, I was 19 years old, and my former boss had actually owned this property. And a real estate agent was showing me a place to rent because I had a cabinet business I started when I was 19. This is a 2,400 square foot stucco building. This is a 3,400 square foot metal building in the back. I came there to rent the place, and I couldn't even imagine renting this. It was so big. It was giant to me. It's funny, 6,000 square foot I thought was enormous. Now it's very small to me. But what happened is I was able to buy this because I didn't have to come up with the money right away. I simply I agreed to come up with $10,000 in 6 months. I convinced them to let me have access to the business early, or to the building early, because there was quite a bit of graffiti on the sides here, where right below the cursor you see, there's graffiti on here. And so, and this was a sub 2 deal. I've been bashing sub 2 lately because I think sub 2 is a way to really get yourself in a terrible jam right now. But my first deal, this actually kind of was a sub 2 deal, and I'll explain that deeper in the webinar. But I got in with peanuts. I had 6 months. That allowed me to, because I didn't have to pay rent. I was there for free, rent free for 6 months. That gave me my down payment. Shortly after that, somebody offered me $20,000 more than I paid for it, and I was sold on real estate ever since. In that short amount of time, I bought this building you see over here. I bought that one for $105,000, sold it for I think $210,000. I got this one tied up under contract, and I got $2,500 on that. Not a lot, but it was something. I'd also owned this piece of land that you see right here, and made some money on that. And then back here, this is another one that I got. I was the first one there, and that's what I'm going to teach you. The first one to be there, to get the deal early, to get first in line. And I got this one here. I got this tied up. I didn't have any money, but I had the deal. I could buy this for $150,000. It was worth $220,000. Who did I call? I called my old boss. I said, hey, boss, take a look at this. He came over, looked at it, said, man, this is a great deal, Tommy. He said, but I don't want a partner. And I go, huh? What do you mean you don't want a partner? And he said, how about I give you $20,000 and I just buy it by myself? And I said, man, that's a fantastic deal, John. John Brooks, man, greatest guy, really, really good guy. He's passed away, been at least 10 years, but man, super guy. Really, really sorry that he died so young. Died at 60 years old. Just built a $5 million home on Seal Beach in California. And he passed away, and it's a shame because he should have had another 20, 30 years to enjoy it. But anyways, so these are the kinds of things that, and I'm almost kind of giving you a piece of the webinar right now. This is, 19 to 23 years old, these 5 deals, and there's more than this. You pull out here, and you're going to learn. Okay, as you go out here, I bought several other properties in this neighborhood. Some were FHA deals. I was able to assume the loans. Other things, owner carried. I bought a lot of land out here. You look at this. Look at this. There's a lot of land that has been undiscovered. And I bought properties out here. I remember I bought a 10-acre piece out here. I paid $30,000. I sold it for $165,000 shortly after. I bought property over in this area, these lake areas you see here, which I'm going to show you that in the webinar. So listen, go to FlipAnythingUSA.com/webinar. Click it right now because the last links are going to go out in about 4 minutes. In 4 minutes, go here. I'm going to show you real quick. This is Flip Anything USA. Look right here in the corner. Go to the site, FlipAnythingUSA.com. And right here, it says webinar. Click on webinar. Fill this out. You got like 4 minutes left. Fill this out. Your name, last name, email, phone number. Your phone number is, I'll text it to you. You don't have to put your phone number. Believe me, I'm not going to harass you. I don't push anything. In fact, you have to apply to get in the mentorship. There's no guarantee you're getting in, period. But you'll learn something in this thing. And you need to learn something. You need to learn. So anyways, then hit submit, and the automatic email will go out in 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes. Fill this out. And, fill this out real quick. Like I say, just go to FlipAnythingUSA.com. Click on webinar. You can see it right here. I'll pull it down. See that webinar? Click on webinar. That'll give you this page right here. That's actually a $410,000 check I picked up about 6 months ago. Put your name in there, and you'll get the link. You'll immediately get the email, get the link. As long as you don't go past about 5, maybe 7, 8 minutes past 7, I'll let you in. Other than that, I won't let you in because it'll be too late. You'll be too late. But do get in. Whatever you do this. And if we don't make it this Thursday, we'll make it another time. And then I have the mentorship survey, which is important. But number one tonight, right now. I mean, like right now. You got 2 minutes now. 2 minutes left. Fill this out. Get in. You guys are 30, 40, 50 years old. Get in here. Listen, I know the pressures you have. You start when you're 30, 40, 50 years old, you start to realize, hey, I only got so many years left I can work. I got so much money in the bank. If I made this much in 30 years and I make twice this, it ain't going to be enough to take care of me the rest of my life. You need to do that. You can't afford to not invest. I promise you. It's very simple. It's not hard to do. You just have to have some fundamentals. You need a good mentor, and that's what I do. I'm a good mentor. I'll show you what to do. Jump in this thing. Hey, if you just got here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Even if you don't get it tonight, maybe you'll get it another night. But I'm going to kill this thing here in about 1 more minute, and then I'm going to start letting people into the Zoom. In fact, I'm going to open up the Zoom right now. For those that are already working on getting in. A quick question, go ahead. Like I say, listen, if you want, you can, in the chat here, if you have an issue, you can text at 512-739-1881, 512-739-1881, and I will text you the link if I got time here. But we're just about to kill this thing, but I hope to see you in there. You got about 1 minute left. 1 minute. Go right here. Go to FlipAnythingUSA.com. Click on webinar. Fill this out really quick because in about 1 minute, it's going to go out. It's going to blast off and send to everybody that's filled this out. Just real quick, name, email, bam, hit it out, and you'll be golden. You'll be in, and we can be talking in a few minutes. So, hey, anyways, hey, everybody, thanks for watching. And if you don't get in this time, be sure to fill out the mentorship survey. We can have a call during the week. Listen, my legacy, I only want to help people make money. It's the most wonderful feeling in the world to help guys that are 30, 40, 50 years old, and they see a path now to, look, I got guys that have made their first $1 million, first $100,000. Look real quick here, and then I'm going to go. Take a look at the testimonials. Grant Cardone's been, schlepping his stuff, and I don't like any of it, to be honest, for years. And I can't find any testimonials from people that have made any money following Grant Cardone. The stuff that he sells you on, and Chris Crone too, is, take money out of your home and invest with them, and it looks like it only pays about 4%. If somebody's done better than that, please show me where, because I haven't seen it. But this is a new millionaire. This is a guy that just got in the class. He already sold 3 houses, flipped them. Over $1 million, commercial property. He was afraid of it. He'd been doing real estate a long time. He was unsure, didn't know what to do. Now he knows exactly what to do. He's bought 2 properties. He's killing it. She's made $70,000. Ron here's already made, he's got over $4 million in property. By his own accounting, he's got $1 million debt and $4 million worth of property. He's very successful, very quick. Eric here also made over $1 million. 500,000-ish right here, 550,000 here. Liam's a carpenter like me. He's got more money in the bank than he's been able to save in 20, 30 years. And these are wonderful stories, and these are the kind of things that I can go to my grave and feel good about myself. I don't want to be somebody that steals money from young people, and that's, believe me, these guys are like anteaters, the fake gurus out there. They make their money taking money from YouTube. YouTube is just like a string of meat to go through and eat, and I won't have any part of it. I'm like I said, you can't corrupt me. I'm already rich. I'm rich from real estate. You can't corrupt me. I don't have the temptation of misleading YouTubers and taking them to the edge of the cliff for slaughter. But anyhow, another millionaire here. Steve, great guy, mechanic. He has a mechanic shop. And but anyways, I'm going to go, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. You want to learn how to make millions of dollars in real estate? I've made tens of millions over my lifetime, and I'm showing people how to do it. Get in my free webinar. I have it every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central.